Hey guys, it's Tommy CM. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Planet Coaster Spotlight. As always, if you do enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you are new, as it really does help me out. And also, if you do want me to check out any of your creations, please do let me know in the comments down below. Today's Spotlight is on Dimensional Mind Traveler Experience Coaster. Now, this was created by A Fistful of Herbs. If you've seen any of the other videos on A Fistful of Herbs' creations that I've done, you will know that he is completely in a separate league in terms of imagination and capabilities inside Planet Coaster. You can just see here, I'm just kind of hovering around as I'm just kind of starting off the video. I don't want to spoil anything, but I can just tell you now that this will be just, well, mind-blowing, essentially. It's called a Mind Traveler Experience Coaster, but it will completely blow you away. The description says, a new experience coaster, episode 4. Dimensional Mind Traveler will take you on a psychedelic journey beyond time and space. Explore the nature of consciousness and the relationship between mind and matter. Set in the year 3150, sheltered beneath New Earth, we harvest energy from the bedrock to access the 7th dimension. Watch this process using the center console sequencer. Note, this is still a work in progress. The main coaster and the bonus mini theme park will be regularly updated. I do recommend muting park music and playing your own music during the coaster for greater experience. Special thanks to all Planko Tycoons for always inspiring. So, yeah, I mean, like I say, I've not wanted to do... I know normally on these spotlights I do a bit of like some highlight shots as I'm doing this bit of an intro, but I didn't want to spoil anything. I've gone straight into Plipcam mode. So that's the sort of viewpoint we're going for at the moment. And you might be able to tell it is a little bit kind of laggy. There's a bit of a delay, and this is only 67% on a PS5. So that is quite impressive to have it this laggy at 67%. That shows you how many pieces and things there are going off all at once here. So yeah, this is kind of the start into. I mean, I want to say park, but is it a park? It's a research center underneath New Earth. So. What have we got here? Information, and yeah, just got some little facilities there. H2O, coffee, and sugar. The 3 necessities of life. Press play to activate. Okay, I'll come out of Plipcam mode just so I can play it. Oh, hello. That just went purple. And blue. Okay, I'm stepping back for this. I want a better view. How have you done the lighting like that? Wow. How have you managed to do that? I mean, no wonder this is lagging. This is that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. How have you managed to get the lighting like that? That is so... That's just mental. Honestly, I'm just kind of speechless at this point. That is... wow. What have you built that out of? Let's click on that. So you've got loads of the Planet Coaster signs in there. Look at all the lights there. Look at all the light pieces inside to make that. Wow, that must have taken some doing. But I mean, it looks fantastic. It looks so good. But yeah, what? I mean, that's just a sign of things to kind of expect in this creation. Definitely. I'm sure there'll be more to come. We'll head down this way. I think there's a path down there, is there? I mean, there is guests in here. Look, they've got the balloons there. Wow. So you got the helium ring there, and look at that with the... Look at that with the animatronics. That is... I mean, to get them perfectly in sync like that... I'm trying to pause it when they're right at the end there. I mean, look, that's perfect. There isn't a single one out of place. And yes, I know he's used copy and paste and rotated it, etc. But to still get that perfectly lined up is so impressive. That's mental. That is honestly ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to describe that, but yeah, that. So that's the Helion ring. You've got another flat ride over here, and you've got the laser scanners from the sci-fi theming. Let's see if the I assume do they move around if I fast forward this? Maybe. Let's see what these guests do when they're on it. I think they're there we go. Now they're starting. It does move. There we go. Look at that. I mean, this is just trippy. This is really just messes with your mind. Obviously, that was the purpose of the creation in the first place, but it's yeah, it really does. I mean, look down there. Look, you just off the edge of that path, you're just into nothingness. That's just... Oh, honestly, I have no idea how Herbs does this. And I mean, it's not only having the imagination to do this. I don't have the imagination to come up with a whole sci-fi theme like this. But to have the imagination to pull it all together as well, and to think, right, I could use this to build that, and I could, you know what I mean, to build the different areas. We've got some sort of control room in here. Oh, here we are, look. Submasters. 0.5, 0.25, 0.1. Colour, look. Ah, so that's where his little pieces for the coaster is then. That's nice to hide that, because the thing is that actually looks like a control room as well, placing them in there. So yeah, that's quite cool. Constructed and launched in 2021, this satellite once orbited our origin planet Earth for over a century before the invasion and destruction of humanity in the year 2149. Discovered drifting through the interstellar space in 3150, it is now one of the last remaining artifacts of our forefathers' existence. That's a bleak future for us. I mean, I won't be around in 2149, so it's not my problem. But I mean, look at the sculpture here. Look at that. I love that as a centerpiece. Really, really nice. Now, I'm assuming there's a sign over here. This one, Dimensional Mind Traveler. I'm assuming that is the queue for the main coaster. This track you can see above my head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explore the rest of this area, and then we'll finish on looking on the coaster. So we'll go across here where there is a drop tower, and you know what? I don't normally ride drop towers when I'm looking around these creations. However, I will make an exception on this one. Oh, there we go. I've not got much of a view on that one. Let's change row. Let's see what we've got. Let's try this one. See if there's anything there. There's a heck of a lot of scenery pieces up here. I just didn't want to miss anything out over there, but you can see all the different levels going off here. I'd love to know how you build it within this environment as well, because it would really do my head in trying not to overlap anything, etc. It would really, really get on my nerves. But I you know, I have nothing but admiration for it. The patience and the skill involved in making it is certainly second to none. So we've got pathway leading up here. What's down this bit? We remember the tycoons and inventors of the 21st century. So this is a lot of the creators on the PlayStation. So you may recognise some of these names. You know, I'll just scan across them there, but you may recognise people like Chloe Bread, Cakist, Boz Midget Slayer, Albris, Axel. I won't read them all. That Hobo Billy, there's Iron Matty. Going across there. So yeah, you will recognise a lot of these creators. There's me. I'm on the board. So yeah, that's a lot of the creators on PlayStation, and many of whom you'll see, you know, their creations on the workshop, and they're always very highly rated as well. So yeah, a lot of names for you to check out there if you haven't already. So yeah, that's a nice touch. So I appreciate that, Herbs. And this is cool. I like this. This is like proper sci-fi scanner sort of like screen thing, isn't it? How have you made that? It's 48 spotlights. Wow. You've overlapped spotlights like that. That's awesome. I love that. Again, you know, I love picking pieces apart like that, thinking how has somebody made something like that. And then when you find out that it's, you know, they've used like part of another piece, so you know, he's used like the edges of the spotlight there to make that. It's so clever, so clever. We've got first aid there, some toilets, a staff room where they have to go through the lasers. This person's just left. What else we got over here? There's a bit of a bridge up. And down. We have some food and drink places. And we have the start of the coaster. So, I don't want to miss anything out, and I'm conscious that a lot of this is in the dark, and I don't know what level I'm supposed to be on and what I'm not. So, we'll just have a look up there. No, there's nothing in this lighting section there. But what I will do is I'll go through the main entrance down here so we don't miss anything. Dimensional Mind Traveller. So let's go round here and up and up. Divide, multiply, transition, digital molecular transmission. DMT, as in Dimensional Mind Traveller. Design, majestic, timeless. So there's a lot of DMTs here. Here we are. Divine, monopolizing tycoon. Decoding, motion, tranquility. Dominate, maneuver, tyranny. Grab your helmet before you go on the ride. So yeah, we are at the station for what I can tell you now. I promise you this will be ridiculous. Ridiculous in a very positive way. I don't mean ridiculous in a silly way. No torchlights. Let's just check the torchlight is off. No torchlight. There's the torchlight. We don't want the torchlight. So we will we'll hop on DMT. So yeah, strap in and enjoy what is probably the next 5 to 10 minutes, because this will be insane. Enjoy. Well, I just what do you say to that? I mean, really, what is there to describe that? I mean, I didn't even know half that stuff is possible on this game. I really didn't. I know. Obviously, you've got the time machines that you can use all the effects on, but come on, the detailing and the way to line all those pieces up and to sequence them in such a way. Let's just take it back to this very first stretch here, right? You go through here, the door opens, and then you have a lot of these spirals in front of you that you've got to sequence all the way out perfectly so it has the desired effect. I mean, look at just this very small section of track that I'm going through here. All of these just on that section. To build all these tunnels for a start, and then you get onto the actual creations like this. I mean, it's a completely different mindset to anything that you see on the workshop, and I think as well. I think when people see Experience Coaster, or when people log onto Planet Coaster, they just want to see parks, and they want to see big roller coasters, and they want to see you know what I mean. But they may not necessarily look at something like that and think, oh, this is they might not think, oh, this isn't like a normal park. I'm not gonna take a look at it, which I think is a massive shame, because when you actually look at this and look at the detailing to make this eye, for example. Let's just break it down into this. To make this eye, and you look at that, it's made out of 1 by 1 panels, right? So just zoom out there and look how many panels there are, and to get the colour and the colours right, there's 1,450 panels in that. 1,450 panels. It's honestly, it's absolutely just ridiculous to think that he spent the time doing that, but it looks so good, especially with the screen effects as you're going around here. And I mean, the colour on this section as well, the colouring, obviously the door opens, etc. as you go around. And the worst part is, now that I'm looking around it and I'm not even on the coaster, I'm lost now. I don't really know. I can just see vaguely the track down here. Oh, I'm outside now. So there we go. So this is actually outside. So if you do want to see behind the scenes, that'd be here. It's got DMT again. Look, massive writing there. Oh, look at that. Look at this effect on the eye, look. That is brilliant. Just, I honestly have no idea how he comes up with it. But also, not just that, you've got to think, when you're lining sequences up and you want to test them out to make sure they're working properly, you've got to keep going on the ride and going on the POV and say, getting to this point and think, right, I need to move such and such section down a little bit. You'll then go back to move it, and then you've got to come back on the POV to make sure it's there. And there's so don't underestimate the effort that goes into something like this. There is only a very small percentage. I can think of Herbs and Cakist, who I know would be the two that could make something like this. I very much doubt there's many other people who could. Why the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is on a spit roast, I don't know, but he is, so why not? What have we got down here? Are they books? They're the books, I think, aren't they? That is honestly crazy. And then also to lock the guests here so they look like they're jumping about. I know on the first creation that I looked at from Herbs, there was like a Daft Punk concert at the end that I absolutely loved, and he did the same thing there. He had the guests jumping about, but yeah, it's just obviously one of the first things you're probably going to say when you're watching this is it's not very realistic. Granted, it's not very realistic. I will completely and utterly agree with that. But that's not the point in it. The point in it is to go with the theme of a mind dimension traveler. Just build. Honestly, I know I keep like pausing and whatnot, but I just don't have the words to describe that. Look at that! He's even built a face into the rock. Just like looking about, look, I've just found this face there. Let's go through his mouth, and we're in another room. It just seeing all this. Sorry, this is the tunnel, isn't it, from the beginning? Yeah, there we go. There's the eyes. But you can see why my game was lagging a little bit, because this is insane. But if I tell you what I'll do as well, let's click on the track, if I can find it. There's the track. Because this lights up, look, the whole. I don't know whether you can see that. You can see the white layout of the track. That's how big this coaster is. Let's look at the stats. I want to see how long that was. 419 seconds, which when you divide that into minutes, that's almost 7 minutes. That coaster. I honestly, I don't have the right adjectives to describe this, other than, yet again, his creations blow me away. They always do. They're always fantastic, but I can never truly expect what to sort of experience from Herbs' creations. But yeah, I will probably have a wander around here myself a bit more, because I think there's a lot more to see. I'm not sure how many pieces and how many sections there are to explore underneath, because as you can see here, I'm just kind of guessing where the coaster goes, but I keep missing. So, but yeah, as I say, if you do want to look at all the effects there. Look, I was just about to wrap up then, but look at all the effects there. It's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous, but wonderfully ridiculous. I think that's it. I'm going to settle on that as a term to describe it. Wonderfully ridiculous. I think that sums it up perfectly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head back to the start, which I know is through this tunnel. You see, if I was making this, I'd lose my bearings. I would lose where I am and where I should be going. But yeah, I will leave it at that. That was Dimensional Mind Traveler. I will leave the information for it in the description below, so you can go and check it out on the PlayStation Workshop. Please do. Please go and rate it. Give it a thumbs up on the workshop, etc. Because this is really one to have a look at yourself. I'm having a look at this on a video, but please do take a look at it. Take pieces apart. Look at what he's done. Take pieces apart and learn a new trick or something to use within the game. But yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you are new. And other than that, I'm going to go for a lie down after that. So I shall see you in the next episode. Goodbye.